Good morning. Today I'm going to discuss about network topologies. As in the previous class, we discussed about all topologies in detail, all topologies. Coming to the network topologies, the topology means it is the layout of connected device on the network. As we said before, they have different topologies: mesh topology, star topology, bus topology, ring topology, and hybrid topologies. Okay? The topology is nothing but how the devices are connected. It is the complete layout of devices connected in a network. This is known as topology. These are some topology, network topologies diagrams. The first one is bus topology. Second one is ring topology. In bus topology, for single bus cable, several nodes or stations are connected to a single bus cable. The second one, ring topology. In ring topology, the nodes are connected in a ring fashion. So it is said to be a ring topology. Third one, star topology. Fourth one, that is this is extension to star topology, that is known as extended star topology. Fifth one, hierarchical topology. And last one in this diagram, mesh topology. Next, we will discuss in detail about individual topologies. First one, in network topologies, we are going to discuss about mesh topology. In mesh topology, already we discussed types of connections. We have two types of connections. One is point-to-point connection and second one is multi-point connection. Here, mesh topology uses point-to-point connection. In this topology, every device has a point-to-point link connection between each other device. Here we have n nodes in a topology. The number of connections to each node is n minus 1. A fully connected mesh can have n into n minus 1 by 2 physical channels to link n devices. Coming to the advantages of mesh topology, here each node have a dedicated link to other nodes in the network. So it is said to be a dedicated link. Dedicated link means the link can carry its own data load. So there is no traffic problem and the traffic problem will be avoided. So the data can move easily and fast. And next advantage, it is robust. If one link get damaged, it cannot affect others. Here, coming to this topology, we have n nodes. If any one link damages, only those particular two nodes transmission will be damaged. The other nodes can able to transmit the data without any problem. In this way, it is said to be robust, and it gives coming to the next one. It provides privacy and security as well, because the only the link can carry its own data, not others data. The link connected between those two nodes will carry its own data. No, so in this way we can provide privacy as well as security. Next one, fault identification and fault isolation is easy. Fault identification means suppose the data will not be delivered, so we can easily identify the problem. This is said to be fault identification. Coming to the mesh topology, this is the diagram how the mesh topology. This is the network topology known as mesh topology. Here, as shown in the diagram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 computers are connected in a mesh topology. Each computer or node has a dedicated link to all other nodes connected in the network topology. This is known as mesh topology. This is also a diagram for mesh topology. Here you can observe one node. Let us assume this is a node A. This is node A. This node has direct connections, dedicated links to all other nodes connected in a network. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Total 6 nodes we have. This particular node have dedicated links to all other 5 nodes in the network. So this is said to be mesh topology. Coming to the disadvantages of mesh topologies, here we need to maintain dedicated links, and hence we need more cable. And IO ports. Since the device connected to each device is through dedicated links, it is more cost. It leads to more cost increases. Uh, the main disadvantage of this mesh topology is this one, cabling is nothing but the large amount of cable is required for this mesh topology. This mesh topology is only limited for only used in small networks. Once the network is large, the number of nodes are increased, as well as the more cable is required. So it is limited to small networks. The applications of mesh topology are telephone, regional office, and wide area network. These two are the applications of mesh topology. Now coming to the second topology, network topology, that is star topology. In this star topology, the central controller, we have one central controller called it as a hub. Hub is nothing but it will do exchange the data between nodes. In this star topology, coming to the diagram of star topology, 1 second, I will let you know. Yeah, this is the diagram for star topology. Here, the central one, in the central one, this is known as central controller or hub. All devices or nodes or computers are connected to this central controller. Here the data will not exchange between node to node, that means device to device. Suppose one node or one system wants to send the data to another system, the data will be transferred from device to hub, then hub to destination device. There is no direct exchange. There is no direct traffic between two devices. And next one, coming to the next one, the transmissions are occurred only through the central hub. Here, every transmission in the star topology occurs through central hub only. There is no direct traffic between device to device. Here, as shown in the fourth point, when device 1 wants to send device 2, first it sends the data to the hub, which then relays the data to the other connected device. This is how the data will be transmitted in star topology. Next, this is the diagram of star topology. The central part is central controller, or it is called hub. The main responsibility of hub is to exchange the information, to exchange the data. These computers are connected nodes or connected devices. This is one more diagram of star topology. Here you can see the central one. This one is a hub. For this hub, we have several things are connected. Computers computers, 1, 2, 3, 4 computers are connected and one printer is connected. Suppose, see the diagram. Suppose this particular one, any computer wants to print a document, it directly, the computer cannot directly send the request to the printer. What it will do is the computer send the request, send the data to the hub, and the hub will transfer the data to the printer. There we can find the printed document. Suppose computer to computer. If one computer wants this computer wants to send the data to this computer, the transmission will be like this. This computer will send the data to the central hub. From this central hub, the data will be transmitted to computer, this destination computer. Hence, there is no direct traffic between device to device. Only the exchange of data happens through hub only. The main responsibility of hub is to exchange the information. Okay, this is another diagram of star topology. Advantages of star topology: it is very less expensive when compared to the mesh topology. Installation and configuration is easy, and as I said, less cabling is needed. It is coming to the robustness of this star topology. Here we have advantages and as well as disadvantages. If one link connected to hub fails, there is no worries. If a hub fails, what we will do is, if one link connected to the hub will fails, what we will do is we will remove that particular device from the hub. In this way, we can set as a part of advantage the star topology, it is robust. Later we will discuss in disadvantages and what will happen further. Next, fault identification is also easy because as I said before, if any link fails, we can identify that link and we can able to remove that link without any problems. Here, next last one, no disruptions to the network, then connecting and removing the devices. Suppose we want to add one device to the hub. There is no interruption. Suppose we want to remove the device from the hub. There is no disruption. These are all the advantages of star topology. Coming to the disadvantages of star topologies. When compared to mesh topology, star topology requires less cabling, though the cable is required. So it is one more disadvantage of star topology. And one more major disadvantage of this star topology is, as I said earlier about robustness of star topology, if one link fails, what we will do? We will remove the device from the hub. If in this case, coming to the disadvantage of star topology, if a hub fails, we cannot do anything. If the hub fails, entire topology will be failed. The entire topology will be failed. This is the major disadvantage of star topology. Coming to the applications of star topology, the majorly star topologies are used in local area networks, LANs, and high-speed LANs also offers often used this star topologies. Now coming to the third topology, that is bus topology. Okay, bus topology, as I said, this one mesh topology and star topology are point-to-point connections. In mesh topology, the point-to-point connection is in between device and device. That is nothing but node to node. Coming to the star topology, the point-to-point connection is between, not in between device to device. The point-to-point connection is in between node and hub. Okay, now coming to the third one, bus topology. Bus topology is a multi-point connection. Multi-point connection. Here, in this topology, one long cable acts, one thick coaxial long cable acts as the backbone. That is nothing but a link. Thick coaxial cable, thick long coaxial cable is the backbone to the link. Through this cable, all devices are connected by using two things, that those are as highlighted here in red color, drop line and tab. First, I will show you what is the tab and what is the drop line. This is the diagram of bus topology. This one horizontally, this thick coaxial cable, is known as bus cable. This one, nodes are connected to this bus cable by using this link. The link means the connection between bus cable and node. This one is called drop line. Drop line is nothing but the link between bus cable and node. Now here, this one where my mouse is pointed, this one is called a tab. Where the drop line is connected. I will show you in the definition. Yeah, here see the definition of drop line. As I said, it is the connection between the device and the cable. The devices, as I said, the devices are connected to the cable. The connection between device and the cable is known as drop line. That is the thin cable. Tab is the splitter to cut the main link. To connect the bus, the device needs to be connected to bus. Wherever the bus is connected to the cable, we need a split. We need a split to cut the main cable. That one is called tab. Okay, this coming to the bus topology, it allows only one device to transmit at a time. I will explain you how the transmission happens in this bus topology. This is the diagram of bus topology, and this is one more. This is also clear blueprint of bus topology. This one, see this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 computers are connected to the bus cable. This one is the terminator, or this is one cable and this one is one cable, and where my mouse is pointed. And this one is known as tab. It is a splitter to the bus cable. Where this blue one is known as drop line. This is the connection between device and bus cable. Okay, the major parts of this bus topology are nodes, bus cable, tab, and drop line, and as well as this terminator. This we can call as cable end. This is one end of the cable and this one end of the cable. This T connector is also known as tab. Next one, this is the one bus topology where several nodes are connected. This is also one more diagram of bus topology. This is the terminator and this is the terminator. Here see, as I said, I will tell you how the transmission will happen in the bus topology. This is terminator and this is terminator, nothing but cable ends. This mission is the sender and this mission is the receiver. How the transmission will happen in this bus topology is, if the sender sends the data, who will respond? two more devices are also connected to this bus cable, these two will not respond. Only the intended receiver or intended destination will only respond. That means how the transmission will happen is only only sender will transmit the data. As I said before, I will show you this one. This allows only one device to transmit at a time. If more than one device transmit at a time, what it leads to be? It leads to be a data collision. It leads to be a data collision. That is the reason why only one device to transmit at a time in the bus topology. Then what will happen if one device transmit at a time, the intended receivers responds and it will receive the data. This is how the data transmission will happen in bus topology. Okay. Coming to the advantages of bus topology, it is easy to install and less cabling is required. Only what the two cables are required. One is thick coaxial cable, that is long cable called as bus cable, and thin cables, that is drop lines. Coming to the disadvantages, here in first two, the fault isolation and fault isolation is easy. In this one, the fault isolation is difficult. Why? Because several devices are connected to a single cable. So fault identification or reconfiguration will be very difficult. This one, second disadvantage, it is difficult to add new devices. In star topology, it is very easy to add and remove the devices. Here it is very difficult to add new devices. If we want to add the new device, what will we need to split the cable. We need to split the case. That means we need a splitter and we need a tap, we need a drop line to add the new devices. Here one more disadvantage, if there is any fault in backbone is nothing but bus cable. If any problem occurs in backbone, then entire transmission will be stops all transmissions. Okay? This is about bus topology. The applications are motherboard. Most computer motherboard uses this bus topology. Next one, a ring topology. Here, each device, this is also a point-to-point connected. It will follow a point-to-point connection. Only the bus topology will follow multi-point connection. Here, ring topology follows point-to-point connection in such a way every device has a dedicated connection with two devices on either side. I will show you how. This is how it is having dedicated links. Where my mouse pointed. Let us take this computer or this node. This node is having a point-to-point connection or dedicated link to this node and to this node. That is why I said it is having a dedicated connection with two devices on either side. In this topology, the signal is passed in one direction from device to device until it reaches to the destination. At each device has a repeater. Here the signal is passed in here only the signal is passed in one direction. For this we need a repeater. Each device have repeater. See this one, this one is known as repeater. This one is known as repeater. This one is known as repeater. This is a connected computers. This one is repeater. The connections are in circular fashion, so it is said to be a ring topology. Here, how repeater will works means when one device received signals instead of intended another device, its repeater then regenerates the data and passes them along. If it is not a intended receiver, what it will do is uh, it regenerates the data and passes them along the flow. To add and delete the device requires changing only two connections. Suppose we want to add or delete a device, it requires two connections because it has connections with either sides, two sides. This is ring topology. Here two rings are connected. Here in one ring, see that this is primary ring and this is secondary ring. Observe that one outer one is primary ring, the inner one is secondary ring. In primary ring, the data will be transmitted in one direction, that is in clockwise direction. In secondary ring, you can observe the data will be transmitted in anti-clockwise direction. Here, this is the ring topology diagram, one more diagram of ring topology. Here, the flow of message here as shown in the diagram, the flow of message is in this direction. Four computers are connected in a ring fashion. And coming to the advantages of ring topologies, it is very easy to install and easy to reconfigure also. Reconfigure means suppose we want to add the device or remove the device, it is easy, and the fault identification is also very easy. Coming to the disadvantages of this one is it will follow unidirectional traffic. As I said before, the data will be transmitted in one direction only, unidirectional traffic. Here one more disadvantage is if there is any break in the ring, that leads to the entire breaking of network. That is the major disadvantages. Coming to the applications of ring topology. These ring topologies are found in some offices, buildings, and school campuses. These ring topologies. High-speed LANs also made this topology less popular. This one is tree or hybrid topology. In this tree topologies, these are diagrams are connected. These nodes are connected in tree fashion. And last one, hybrid topology. Hybrid topology is nothing but two or more topologies connect used in one network. That is said to be a hybrid topology. As shown in this diagram, the hybrid topologies we may have. Coming to this one, you can find easily. In this one, we have this bus topology. Here we have this one. First, see my mouse pointer. This one is having bus topology. This one is having what is this one? Star topology. And this one is also star topology. All are connected. So it is said to be hybrid topologies. Here, choosing the topology is very big ask. We need to consider some factors, money factors, because we need to choose the less expensive way to install a network. And second one is length. If length of cable is needed, shorter, some linear buses networks uses shorter length of cable. We need to also think about the future growth, and we need to choose about the cable type, which type of cable we need to use. Either it is a Most of the cables in commercial organizations are used in twisted pair cables. We'll discuss about later how many types of cables are used, twisted pair cables, coaxial cables, like that. But coming to the most of the corporate organizations, commercial organizations uses twisted pairs cables. This is all about network topologies. Thank you. You all in topologies, all you need to remember about two things. You need to know about how many types of connections. We have two types of connections, that is point to point connection and multi-point connection. I'm repeating once again. In mesh topology, we are using point to point connection. In star topology, in this mesh topology, we are using point to point connection. The point to point connection or dedicated link is between node and node to node. Second, star topology uses point to point connection. This connection is not directly between devices, device to hub and thereby hub to device. Third one, bus topology. This uses multi-point connections. Fourth one, ring topology. This uses point-to-point connection. This is having dedicated link between devices in either sides. Okay, this is all about network topologies. Thank you, one and all.